What is up, my friends? How are you guys doing today? Welcome back. Thanks for stopping in and hanging out with me and talking about some movies for a little while. I hope wherever you're at and whatever you're doing, you are striving, you're thriving, you are looking good and smelling good. You are loving yourself and the ones you're with, because that is what Jesus has told us to do, guys. Today, my friends, we are talking about a movie from 1984, directed by the one and only Mr. Michael Jurassic Park Crichton. This is Runaway. Before we get into all this futuristic nonsense, hit that like and subscribe button for me, guys, because this is actually, it's not a good movie, but it's a very interesting movie. So this gives us Tom Selleck as a robot police officer. No, he's not a robot. He polices robots, kind of similar to Will Smith and iRobot, but this ain't that movie. Tom Selleck and Gene Simmons. Gene Simmons is a psychopathic robot creator who's doing his thing with all these new computer chips. And it's like a excuse me, guys. It's like a techno babble BS movie. There's no real great acting, but it has an interesting premise, and it has a lot of futuristic technology that we use today. For instance, they talk about drones. This is 1984, and they have little drones that fly into houses with cameras so they can see the renegade robot and make sure it's not doing anything, because the robots will kill people and not other robots. And then you've got, Tom Selleck's son. He's on his in his room watching a documentary on a tablet. Basically, it's just a little TV screen in his bed, that he can touch and stuff like that. And I was like, man, this film speaks to the future of technology. And, Michael Crichton wrote it, he directed it. Michael Crichton was, in my opinion, a very forward-thinking science fiction writer, between the genetic altering of dinosaurs and bringing them back to life. And then we have this film talking about different futuristic technologies. He was a very, I'll say, prophetic science fiction author. And I think that this film, though not good because the acting's not great, the writing itself, God bless him, Michael Crichton was probably under a deadline, or they butchered it as they went along, because some of the lines, like the premise of the story, excellent, fantastic as far as the overall what it's about, but our journey to get to the end, not so much. It's full of, like I said, not great acting. Special effects are pure 1980s cheese. I mean, like I said, you've got a drone that's going into the house to surveil, make sure that there's no other robots, gonna shoot people when they come in. But this thing's like a piece of plywood built around a computer fan that you can tell is on a string. They're puppeteering its way into the house. Just things like that. Some of the special effects, they didn't age well. The story itself is good, but the acting isn't great. Gene Simmons, this was around the time that he decided he wanted to dabble in acting. And you know what? I'm not a fan of Gene Simmons as a person. So I'm not going to say I'm a fan of Gene Simmons as an actor. I don't think he's that great, but he's a far better actor than he is a musician. Put it that way. He's a far better actor than he is a human being. So put it that way too. But this ain't his thing. Tom Selleck basically, I think, gifted him his presence. He was like, I'll let you be in a scene with me, because Gene Simmons is a hack. He's a nobody. But other than that, guys, I thought Runaway was an okay movie. Will I watch it again? Probably not. I mean, we got eye candy. It's the 80s. We had some chick that was his partner. For some odd reason, I thought it was going to be Nancy Allen, but it wasn't. It was some other chick. I can't remember her name. I don't remember how I got those wires crossed, but I did. But needless to say, beautiful women, pure 80s science fiction, Tom Selleck and all his mustachioed goodness. I mean, it's an interesting film, guys. You could take it or leave it, but I just wanted to share with you how I thought that it was just ahead of its time as far as speaking to what kind of technology we would have in the future. And I don't even remember when this movie took place. I know it was in the 20-somethings, but This was an okay film. I know a buddy of mine, Nick, he said that it was one of his favorites as a child, and that's awesome. If I would have seen it as a kid, I probably would have like really, really dug it. But for a lazy Sunday afternoon watch, it was solid. I don't feel like I missed a whole lot if I would have dozed off. I didn't doze off, but I'm saying if I would have dozed off, I feel like I probably wouldn't have missed a whole lot. I would have come back. I would have snapped back to consciousness towards the end and been like, oh, okay, and I'd still know what's going on. You know, it's not one of those types of movies you really got to like lock in and focus on. It's like I said, just 80s action cheese. Good lazy Sunday afternoon movie, guys. That's it for Runaway. Give it a shot if you want to, guys. It's streaming on Tubi. But that's it. Thank you so much for hanging out and talking with me about the movie for a little while, guys. Hit that like and subscribe button for me on the way out. And as always, my friends, I'm going to keep making them as long as you keep watching them. Peace out. God bless you. See you soon.